Thanks for taking my question. Uh, as a parent of a grown-up child, eh, I face this conflict of like allow her to be independent, try to make her make things on her own. On the other side, I also uh, think that I need to influence some of her career. I need to be part of her success, and how can I make her successful? So,
So how are you? How are you going to make? How are you going to make the person successful? Like, are they going in? Are they going? Is that person going into the same line of work as you?
no, it's completely different line.
Okay, and so are you a success in the thing that person wants to go into?
No, I'm not.
So then how are you going to make them successful in that thing?
Yeah, I agree. But so what happens is there is always a pressure from society and others from family that try to look for opportunities for her, try to see that whether whether there is anything I can find out or try to help her. Of course, I am not really.
No, and that's fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. Why, if why wouldn't you help if you can help, right? But I don't know. I'm not really sure what your question is.
My question is that I just really don't understand that. Means what is bothering me is that should I really allow her to go as an independent, or is my trying to help her is some way creating a problem for her and kind of damaging.
So imagine a parents who have $1 billion, right?
Yeah.
Imagine a parents who have $1 billion. Okay. So that, let's say that the parent gave all $1 billion to their kid, right?
Yeah.
So you would say that you can never guarantee anything. There's no 100%. But you can say there's a fair possibility that to be given $1 billion at 16, 17 years old would cause more problems than it would help. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Not that it might not in a particular individual. It might not. I'm not saying 100%. That's why I choose my words very carefully. I said that there's a fair possibility, perhaps more likely than not, that there'll be more problems than there is help. Okay, so I could dwindle that number down and say, okay, what about 500 million? Do you think that would be too much?
Yeah, even that is too much, I think.
Okay,
yeah.
so then what about 26 million? Is that too much?
Yeah, for a young kid like that.
Okay. So what about 600,000? Is that too much?
No, that may not be. Yeah.
Okay. What about 650?
Yeah, that may be too little. Yeah.
So how about 720?
Yeah, it's kind of, I think, a similar situation. Yeah.
Okay. So you're asking me these ridiculous questions that the reason that you ask them is where the question comes from is understandable. It's understandable, but it hasn't been thought out. And the reason it hasn't been thought out is because when you ask the world these questions, they will say, no, don't do anything. Let the person do it himself. Build your own career, do it yourself. Okay. And then another expert will say, no, you should help. A child needs guidance. Okay. So people are given answers to their nonsense questions. Okay. And they're given answers with conviction. So they ask nonsense questions and they're given nonsense answers. And they're all nonsense because nobody can tell that one person might be given all the freedom in the world and might do fantastic. Another person might be given all the freedom in the world and be a total disaster. And then even beyond that, how can you ever tell that you should give 27.6% freedom, right, to X individual And this person, you should only give 19.4% because the research shows that all the smartest psychologists got in a room and they talked a bunch of crap. And at the end of the day, they came up with a number of 16.7%, and they published it in their idiot psychology journal of 17.6%. That's the new number. This is the problem with these kind of questions. The spirit of the question is understandable. How does one know how much freedom to give and how much? That's a fair question. It's a thing that every human being struggles with, and it has no answer. Therefore, all there is sincerity. All there is trial and error. All one can move forward with is the fact that he doesn't know, rather than asking them outright and then trying to be given an answer in the same way that you gave me an answer, that you got fed up that between 650 and 720, and you couldn't even figure out how much money is too much, and that'll cause the child to be spoiled, and how much is too little, and that'll cause the child to starve. There's your answer.